Have you ever felt like you're constantly pushing, striving, and trying to make a bigger impact, but your efforts seem to dissipate like dust in the wind? You have big dreams, noble intentions, and a burning desire to contribute, yet the world feels too vast, too noisy, too resistant. It's a common feeling. Most people focus on the sheer volume of their actions, believing that more effort equals more impact. But what if I told you that true, lasting impact isn't about doing more things, but about identifying and amplifying the right things? What if there was a way to create a ripple effect so profound that your contributions resonate far beyond your direct actions? This isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter, more strategically, and with a deep understanding of leverage. Today, we're going to unveil the Quantum Leap Framework, a set of principles that allow you to amplify your impact, accelerate your results, and turn your intentions into undeniable influence. This is about moving beyond scattered effort to focused, exponential growth. Are you ready to create ripples that truly change your world? Let's begin. Principle 1. The 1-degree shift. Identifying your highest leverage point. We often believe that to make a big difference, we need to make a big, dramatic change. But the truth of impact is far more subtle and powerful. It lies in identifying the 1-degree shift, that single, small adjustment, that core leverage point, which, when applied consistently, creates an exponential ripple effect. Think about a ship navigating across an ocean. A deviation of just 1 degree, if maintained over thousands of miles, leads to an entirely different continent. The initial change is almost imperceptible, but the compounded result is massive. Most people try to change everything at once, or they focus on symptoms instead of root causes. The Quantum Leap framework starts by asking, what is the single highest leverage action I can take right now that will create the greatest positive ripple in my life or mission? The 80-20 rule applied. Identify the 20% of your efforts that produce 80% of your desired results. Then, dedicate disproportionate time and energy to that 20%. Identify your domino. What's the one thing that, if you do it, will make everything else easier or unnecessary? Focus your energy on pushing that first domino. Problem-centric thinking. Instead of just working, ask, what's the core problem I'm trying to solve? And what is the simplest, most elegant solution? Often, the highest leverage lies in simplifying, not complicating. By focusing on the 1-degree shift, you stop scattering your energy and start concentrating it on the actions that truly move the needle. This is how you transition from endless effort to amplified impact. Principle 2. The contribution mindset. Value as your magnetic force. In the marketplace of life, money doesn't follow effort. Money follows value. If you want to earn more, influence more, and create more, your primary focus must be on serving more people and providing greater value. This is the fundamental law of abundance. Many people chase money directly, believing that if they just accumulate enough, they'll find fulfillment. But true, lasting wealth and impact comes as a byproduct of how many lives you improve, how many problems you solve, and how deeply you impact others. Solve problems at scale. Instead of just thinking about your immediate clients or customers, ask, how can I solve this problem for 100, 1,000, or even 1,000,000 people? This pushes you to create products, services, or content that can scale. Deepen your expertise. Become so good at what you do that people seek you out. The more specialized and valuable your skills become, the greater your leverage and earning potential. Service as strategy. Approach every interaction, every project, every day with the intention of adding immense value. See yourself not just as an earner, but as a contributor. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an employee, or a freelancer, the principle remains. The size of your income and your influence is a direct reflection of how many people your efforts reach and how much value you provide to them. Shift your focus from what can I get to how can I serve, and watch how abundance in all its forms begins to flow towards you. Principle 3, the asset multiplier, building income while you sleep. The vast majority of people trade their most finite resource, time, for money. They work for wages, and once they stop working, the income stops. This is a linear relationship, and it creates a ceiling on wealth and impact. The quantum leap framework recognizes a fundamental truth. Profits make you wealthy, not just wages. Profits come from owning or creating something that generates income beyond your personal, hour-for-hour labor. These are your assets, your financial engines that can work for you 24/7, multiplying your impact and your income even while you're sleeping. Identify asset opportunities. What can you own or create that generates income or appreciates in value? This could be intellectual property, a book, an online course, digital templates, software, music, content. Businesses. A small business where you build systems or hire others to run operations. Investments, stocks, bonds, real estate. Even small investments in REITs or index funds can begin this process. Reinvest your profits. Instead of spending all your earnings, systematically reinvest a portion into acquiring or developing more assets. This creates a powerful compounding effect. Leverage systems and technology. How can you use technology or automate processes to scale your efforts and create assets that require minimal ongoing attention? You don't need to quit your job or become an overnight millionaire to start. Begin small. Buy a book to learn about investing. Start a side hustle that could someday be scaled. Create a single piece of content that can reach many. Every step you take towards building assets is a step towards exponential impact and genuine financial freedom. Principle 4, the strategic pause. Cultivating clarity in chaos. In a world that glorifies constant motion, the most impactful individuals understand the profound power of the strategic pause. This isn't about laziness or procrastination. It's about creating moments of stillness amidst the chaos to gain clarity. Calibrate your inner compass and make decisions from a place of wisdom, not reaction. Most people leap from bed into the battlefield, meeting the chaos of life with chaos in their minds. They are constantly reacting to external demands, pulled in 100 directions, and their energy is dissipated. True leadership, the kind that shapes lives and creates movements, doesn't begin in noise. It begins in silence. The morning sanctuary. Claim 10-20 minutes each morning for undisturbed quiet. No phone, no news, no emails. Sit in silence, breathe deeply, meditate, or simply reflect. This is your mental armor. The midday reset. If possible, take a brief, intentional pause in the middle of your day. Step away from your workspace. Take a short walk, or just close your eyes and breathe. This recharges your focus and allows for recalibration. The evening download. Before bed, take time to journal, reflect on your day, and plan your highest leverage task for tomorrow. This clears your mind for restful sleep and intentional action. Stillness is your armor against the noise, your declaration that your peace and purpose are non-negotiable. It's where intuition whispers, where strategy is born, and where panic dies. By strategically integrating these pauses, you gain the clarity and mental fortitude to navigate challenges, make sharper decisions, and amplify your impact without burning out. Principle 5, the iterative loop. Progress over perfection. Many people are paralyzed by the pursuit of perfection. They wait for the ideal plan, the flawless execution, or the perfect moment before they even begin. But the quantum leap framework understands that true impact is built through consistent iteration, not initial perfection. This is about embracing the iterative loop. Small, consistent actions, followed by feedback, followed by adjustment, then repeating the cycle. It's about recognizing that every setback is just feedback, every failure is a lesson, and every effort, no matter how small, is a valuable data point for improvement. The minimum viable action, MVA. Instead of waiting to launch a perfect project, start with the smallest possible action that gets you in motion and allows you to gather feedback. Embrace the beta mindset. Treat your work, your habits, even your life as a continuous beta version. It's always a work in progress, always open to improvement. Rapid experimentation. Don't be afraid to try new approaches, measure the results, and then pivot quickly if something isn't working. This agility is key to accelerating impact. Focus on process, not just outcome. Celebrate the consistency of your efforts, the learning from your challenges, and the continuous refinement of your approach, not just the final result. Perfection is the enemy of progress. By embracing the iterative loop, you create a dynamic system for growth, learning, and accelerated impact. You become a continuous improvement machine, constantly refining your strategy and amplifying your results with every cycle. Principle 6. The energy equation. Fueling your high-impact state. Your ability to create, to focus deeply, and to sustain high impact isn't just a matter of willpower or strategy. It's fundamentally an energy equation. You cannot consistently operate at peak levels if your physical and mental energy reserves are depleted. Most people neglect their energy management, relying on caffeine or sheer grit to push through. But the truly impactful understand that optimizing their physical and mental state is a strategic imperative for sustained high performance. Nutrition as fuel. View your food not just as sustenance, but as the direct fuel for your brain and body. Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods that sustain energy and focus. Movement as release. Integrate consistent physical activity into your day. Even short bursts can dramatically shift your state, release tension, and boost clarity. Motion creates emotion. Sleep as recovery. Non-negotiable. Quality sleep is when your brain repairs, consolidates learning, and recharges its capacity for deep work. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours. Mindful breaks. As discussed with the strategic pause, short, true breaks throughout the day prevent mental fatigue and allow for genuine recovery, not just distraction. Your body isn't just a vehicle for your ambitions, it's the very engine of your impact. By consciously managing your energy inputs and outputs, you ensure you consistently have the vitality, focus, and mental clarity required to perform at your highest level and amplify your contributions. Principle 7. The ripple of gratitude, activating abundance and magnetism. This final principle might seem counterintuitive in a discussion about impact and results, yet it is arguably the most powerful. The ripple of gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a soft emotion, it's a strategic force that rewires your brain, activates abundance, and magnetizes opportunities. Most people wait for something big to happen before they feel grateful, but the impactful understand that gratitude is proactive. It's the creator of good fortune, not merely a response to it. When you operate from a place of sufficiency and appreciation, your entire energy shifts. Daily gratitude ritual. Dedicate 2 to 5 minutes each morning or evening to name, aloud or in writing, 3 to 5 specific things you are genuinely grateful for. Gratitude for challenges. Shift your perspective on challenges. Instead of complaining, ask, what is this situation teaching me? What am I grateful for because of this challenge? Appreciate progress. Don't just celebrate the big wins. Be grateful for every small step, every learning, every moment of effort. This fuels motivation and compounds progress. Gratitude changes the atmosphere of your mind, shifting you from scarcity to sufficiency, from lack to leverage. It reminds you that you are already equipped, already abundant. And from that place of inner fullness, you pursue your outer goals not out of desperation, but out of purpose and a desire to contribute. You become a magnet for opportunity, attracting people and circumstances that further amplify your impact. So, the Quantum Leap framework is laid bare. These aren't just ideas, they are principles of intentionality and leverage that can transform your ability to create, contribute, and truly impact the world around you. Will you continue to be busy, or will you choose to be impactful? Will you scatter your efforts, or will you focus on the 1-degree shifts that create exponential ripples? Start today. Identify your highest leverage point. Cultivate a contribution mindset. Build assets that multiply. Embrace the strategic pause. Iterate relentlessly. Fuel your high-impact state. and activate the magnetic force of gratitude. This is how you stop simply trying to make a difference and start being the difference. Your quantum leap awaits your intentional action. Go forth, amplify your impact, and create ripples that truly last.